What's going on? So one of the questions that I get asked quite a bit is how I'm training for a 2,200 mile through hike. And in my case, probably poorly. So one of the disadvantages of being in an RV and traveling the country full time is that I don't have access to a traditional gym on a regular basis for the strength training and the resistance training. So what I started out doing when I first decided to do the AT was I got back into jogging. And I was doing that every day, and it didn't take me long to remember why I stopped jogging in the first place. And that's simply that I don't like running. And I also figured the only reason I'd be running on the Appalachian Trail is if I was being chased by a bear that's bigger than me. And so the odds of that's fairly slim. So I transitioned over to rucking. So I was doing that for quite a while. Was carrying around 40 pounds in a rucksack. It's great cardio, but those rucks just don't fit like a backpack does. And I was mainly on asphalt, so I wasn't getting any elevation. So one of the advantages of being in an RV full time is that I have the ability to travel around different areas. So was down in Alabama visiting a friend for a couple of months, and I was able to get my pack set up and get it set up with about the right amount of weight, which I was estimating around 20 pounds. So I did a lot of hills out there for a couple of months, then was on vacation in the Florida Keys. My training consisted of paddleboarding, swimming, drinking margaritas. Figured that would be the same as town days and hostel stops. So in January, we ended up coming up to Northern California. So we're back in the mountains. Beautiful out here, and the weather is, I think, about the same as what I should be seeing in late March, early April. So this has been a good spot to get back out to. And then here in a couple of weeks, I'm going to get over to Montana and do some elevation training in colder weather, altitude, and do that for about 3 weeks before I'm actually on the trail at the end of March. So that's been my non-traditional training plan. If you have any suggestions of things that I could be doing along with this or firsthand experience, throw them in the comments. Love to hear from you. Until next time, Big Deal out.